What presidential families choose to wear often becomes a hot topic, and the public can be pretty vocal when they think a wardrobe choice sends the wrong message, especially if it seems politically charged. From the Trumps to the Obamas to the Clintons, the White House has definitely seen its share of inappropriate clothes. Keep watching to discover some of the worst-ever outfits worn by members of a president's family. Melania Trump's Zara jacket garnered a lot of attention. Melania Trump, often praised as a fashion icon, has faced her share of fashion controversies since her husband's election in 2016. While she has worn some standout outfits, not all of her choices have been well received. In 2019, The Guardian published a critique of her holiday outfits, which were often adorned with prints of her travel destinations, labeling them as somewhat gimmicky. However, one of her most contentious fashion moments occurred in 2018 during a visit to a Texas border detention center for migrant children. She wore a Zara jacket emblazoned with the provocative phrase, "I really don't care, do you?" on the back. Given the sensitive nature of her visit, this choice was widely condemned as horrifically tone-deaf and hugely insensitive by Harper's Bazaar and other critics. In response to the backlash, Melania Trump told ABC News that the jacket's message was aimed at critics in the media rather than the children or the situation at the detention center. Despite her explanation, the jacket remains one of the most controversial outfits ever worn by a presidential family member. Rosalynn Carter was an outfit repeater. As First Lady from 1977 to 1981, Eleanor Rosalynn Carter experienced her share of fashion criticism. One notable aspect of her wardrobe was her tendency to recycle outfits, a choice that stirred considerable debate. In an era when presidential family members' fashion choices could subtly convey messages, Carter's habit of wearing the same clothes repeatedly was perceived by some as overly frugal, leading to public ridicule. One of the most memorable incidents occurred at the outset of her tenure in the White House. In 1977, Carter announced that she would don a gold and blue dress for the inaugural ball. To the surprise of many, it was revealed that this was not a new gown, but one she had worn twice before. The public reaction was mixed. Some viewed her decision as a missed opportunity to champion the American fashion industry and saw it as an inappropriate choice for such a high-profile event. Melania Trump wore a controversial pith helmet in Africa. One of Melania Trump's most controversial fashion choices occurred during her visit to Africa, where she wore a pith helmet. This choice sparked significant backlash and drew widespread media attention, with publications like The Guardian and The New York Times highlighting the problematic nature of the headwear. The pith helmet, often associated with colonial-era safari tourists, carries a historical baggage of exploitation and racial insensitivity. As explained by The Conversation, the helmet is emblematic of a colonial past that involved white tourists participating in poaching and trophy hunting. The publication noted that the pith helmet is not just a hat to shield from the sun. It symbolizes the legacy of colonialism and racial issues tied to Africa's history of safari and exploitation. Matthew Carotenuto, an African Studies coordinator at St. Lawrence University, further emphasized the inappropriateness of the choice by drawing a parallel on Twitter. It's like showing up to a meeting of African-American cotton farmers in a Confederate uniform. This comparison underscores the deeply rooted and offensive connotations associated with the pith helmet, making it a highly unsuitable choice for a visit intended to foster goodwill and respect. Hillary Clinton was ridiculed for wearing a scrunchie. Sometimes even the smallest accessory can make a significant fashion statement. Consider the scrunchie, a hair tie that many associate with 80s workout videos and casual attire. In 2011, Hillary Clinton made headlines for choosing this informal accessory during an official visit to Spain, a choice that HuffPost reported with visible surprise. The publication couldn't quite believe that Clinton would opt for a scrunchie for such a formal occasion. Clinton's affinity for scrunchies wasn't a one-time occurrence. She was also spotted wearing one at the United Nations, prompting a headline from one paper that read, "Hillary in UN hair fail." The scrunchie became so emblematic of Clinton's style that she even joked about naming her memoir The Scrunchie Chronicles, acknowledging the accessory's role in both personal and public life. Despite the initial ridicule, the scrunchie evolved into a symbol of feminist fashion. In 2015, a brand named Hillary's Scrunchies was launched, celebrating the former First Lady with scrunchies adorned with her face. What began as a source of fashion critique ultimately became a tribute to her unique style and enduring influence. Ivanka Trump wore a collared dress to Buckingham Palace. Fashion missteps aren't limited to first ladies. Presidential family members can also find themselves at the center of style controversies. Ivanka Trump, President Donald Trump's daughter, is no exception. One particularly notable fashion faux pas occurred in June 2019 during a state banquet at Buckingham Palace. Known for its rigorous dress codes, the palace expects guests to adhere to very specific formal wear guidelines. However, Ivanka Trump arrived in a collared dress that many deemed too casual for a white tie event. Critics quickly voiced their disapproval on social media. One Twitter user remarked that Ivanka's dress gave off a vibe more suited to a 50s housewife or secretary, suggesting it was ill-fitting for such a prestigious occasion. Another user mockingly compared the dress to something bedazzled and reminiscent of a denim creation. These comments underscore how Ivanka Trump's choice missed the mark for the formal setting, leading to significant backlash. Michelle Obama's shorts. Even style icons like Michelle Obama are not immune to fashion missteps. During a 2009 vacation to the Grand Canyon, Obama made headlines when she wore a pair of shorts, a choice that sparked considerable debate. While some viewed the outfit as a practical and relatable choice for a family outing, others criticized it as too informal for a presidential family member. The controversy was highlighted by Robin Given, a fashion editor at The Washington Post, who suggested that the casual nature of the shorts did not align with the formality expected of public appearances, especially given that the moment was captured as Obama stepped off Air Force One, thus elevating it to a more official context. In a 2013 interview on BET's 106 and Park, Obama herself reflected on the incident, admitting that she regretted the decision. She acknowledged that her choice had caused a huge stink, illustrating how even seemingly minor fashion choices can attract significant scrutiny when it comes to members of the presidential family. Hillary Clinton defied tradition and controversially wore a pantsuit in her White House portrait. Hillary Clinton's official White House portrait, unveiled in 2004, became a focal point of fashion controversy and political symbolism. In this portrait, Clinton broke from tradition by wearing a sleek jet-black pantsuit, a stark departure from the customary attire of first ladies, which typically included cream-colored gowns, pearl necklaces, and periwinkle skirts. This choice of attire was not just a fashion statement, but also a bold declaration of her role and influence within the administration. CNN highlighted that Clinton's pantsuit was more than an unconventional wardrobe choice, it was a deliberate political statement. By opting for a pantsuit, Clinton signaled her commitment to playing an active and significant role in her husband's presidency, challenging the traditional expectations of the First Lady's role and attire. Although the portrait sparked considerable debate and was seen by some as an inappropriate departure from established norms, it also became a powerful symbol of female empowerment and a modern approach to the position of First Lady. Melania Trump's expensive UN speech outfit was pretty insensitive. In 2017, Melania Trump faced criticism for her fashion choice during a speech at the United Nations. The First Lady's outfit, a striking fuchsia del Pozo dress priced at $19.50, drew significant backlash due to the sensitive nature of her speech, which addressed child poverty. Critics argued that the extravagant price tag of the dress seemed out of touch and insensitive given the serious subject matter. The contrast between her high-end attire and the speech's focus on poverty led to accusations of hypocrisy. with one Twitter user posting a video of the speech under the hashtags #IHypocrisy and #LetTheMeatCake, implying that the First Lady's message was undermined by her opulent wardrobe. Further compounding the controversy, social media users took to comparing the dress to less flattering items. Some likened it to a pink snuggie, while others described it as a pink parachute, mocking the design's resemblance to these everyday objects. In light of the serious tone of the event, it's clear that Melania Trump's choice of outfit was seen by many as a misstep, highlighting the challenges of balancing fashion with appropriateness for significant occasions. Did Ivanka Trump wear a bathrobe to a childcare facility? In 2019, Ivanka Trump drew criticism for her fashion choice during a visit to the Guadalupe Center's childcare facility. The dress she wore, a stark white robe-like design, quickly became the subject of mockery on social media. Many Twitter users were quick to point out that the outfit bore a striking resemblance to an expensive bathrobe, with one user humorously asking, "Is she having a sleepover with these kids?" Trump shared several images of the dress on Instagram, which only fueled the criticism. The outfit featured a simple V-shaped neckline, baggy sleeves, and a robe-style waist tie, elements that led many to view it as an odd choice for a formal and serious event. The comparison to a hotel bathroom robe was hard to ignore, making it clear why her attire was seen as inappropriate for such an occasion. Despite the online uproar, Ivanka Trump did not address the fashion critique directly. Hillary Clinton's lime green top. Another notable example of Hillary Clinton's fashion missteps occurred in 2012 during the G20 summit in Los Cabos, Mexico. While the other attendees were dressed in classic white attire, Clinton made a bold choice by wearing a vibrant lime green top. This stark contrast made her stand out dramatically in the official photos from the event, drawing attention for all the wrong reasons. Despite the glaring mismatch with the summit's dress code, Clinton appeared unfazed by her fashion faux pas. In fact, the photos from the event suggest that she found the situation rather amusing, with her relaxed demeanor suggesting that she didn't let the sartorial slip-up dampen her spirits. Melania Trump wore stilettos to a hurricane disaster zone. Melania Trump has faced her share of fashion controversies, and one of the most notable occurred in August 2017. During a visit to a Hurricane Harvey disaster zone, Trump drew significant criticism for her choice of footwear, a pair of ultra-high heels. This decision sparked widespread outrage online, with many Twitter users mocking the choice. One user humorously suggested, "Petition to buy Melania some kind of Skechers or something." Though Trump switched to a more practical pair of tennis shoes before disembarking the plane, the initial choice was widely seen as inappropriate for the circumstances. As the New York Times noted, the high heels seemed emblematic of a certain cliché kind of femininity: decorative, impractical, expensive, elitist. No wonder some people felt that they were the wrong choice. Michelle Obama infamously wore a sleeveless dress, causing total uproar. At the start of President Barack Obama's first term, Michelle Obama's choice of attire for her official White House portrait became a hot topic. As reported by ABC News, her decision to wear a sleeveless dress, revealing her bare arms, sparked considerable controversy. Despite having worn sleeveless dresses before, the timing of this choice, during the winter season and for an official portrait, drew criticism from various quarters. Wendy Donahue, a style reporter for the Chicago Tribune, noted that some members of the public felt the sleeveless dress was inappropriate given the formal and seasonal context. One reader even questioned the fashion choice, suggesting it was the wrong style at the wrong time. Initially, Michelle Obama's exposed arms were a contentious issue, but over time, they became a defining feature of her style. Her choice to embrace a more modern and bold fashion statement eventually helped solidify her as a trendsetter. Ivanka Trump wore a super lavish gown in the middle of a serious immigration controversy. Ivanka Trump has faced criticism for some of her fashion choices, with certain outfits deemed inappropriate given the political context. A notable example occurred in 2017 when Ivanka shared a photo of herself wearing a $5,000 designer dress on Twitter. This choice came amid a highly charged refugee crisis, with President Donald Trump's administration enforcing a controversial immigration policy that led to the separation of parents and children at the border. Given the sensitive nature of the situation, Ivanka's lavish outfit drew significant backlash on social media. Critics highlighted the stark contrast between her high-end attire and the dire circumstances of the refugee crisis. One Twitter user even compared her dress to a child wrapped in a foil blanket, underscoring the perceived insensitivity of her fashion choice. The user's comment, "Who wore it better?" was a pointed critique of the perceived disconnect between Ivanka's wardrobe and the urgent humanitarian issues at hand. It was clear that her timing and choice of dress missed the mark, further fueling the outrage. Melania Trump, the president's wife, wore a see-through dress on the 4th of July. In a notable fashion misstep in 2019, Melania Trump drew unwanted attention when she wore a white Caroline Herrera dress to the White House 4th of July celebration. The dress, which was meant to be elegant, became a source of controversy when rain turned it see-through. Many observers noticed that Trump appeared to be wearing no undergarments, which led to an array of online reactions. Social media users quickly seized on the wardrobe malfunction. One Twitter user quipped, "Our classy FLOTUS letting the girls out for the night," while another mockingly commented, "No woman would wear all white like Melania did unless intending an imitation of wet t-shirt night." The incident became one of Trump's most embarrassing fashion moments, highlighting the perils of choosing such a revealing outfit for an event susceptible to weather changes. This episode serves as a reminder of the importance of considering all variables when planning an outfit for public appearances. Laura Bush accidentally matched with several other women. The importance of custom tailoring for significant events was underscored by a notable fashion blunder experienced by Laura Bush in 2006. At the Kennedy Center Honors, Bush arrived wearing an off-the-rack Oscar de la Renta gown, only to discover that 3 other women had chosen the exact same dress. The striking coincidence turned heads and quickly became a major talking point. Despite her swift change into a different outfit, the incident left a lasting mark on Bush's fashion legacy. This wardrobe mishap underscores why First Ladies often opt for bespoke designs, to avoid the embarrassment of sharing a look with others at high-profile events. It's a reminder that even the most stylish choices can go awry, making custom attire a wise investment for avoiding such public fashion blunders. Was Hillary Clinton's all-black wardrobe culturally insensitive? While wearing all black is a common fashion choice in the United States, it carries different connotations in other cultures. Hillary Clinton's 1996 visit to Japan highlights the importance of understanding local fashion norms. During this trip, Clinton donned an all-black outfit, which, as the Washington Post noted, can symbolize mourning and misfortune in Japanese culture. This choice may have unintentionally sent a confusing or even disrespectful message, given the cultural significance of the color black in Japan. The incident underscores the importance of being mindful of local customs and traditions when traveling, as what might be considered a fashionable or neutral choice in one country can have completely different implications elsewhere. Barbara Bush's blue dress got some buzz. Barbara Bush's gown for her husband's inaugural ball was undeniably stunning, modest, formal, and elegant. However, it became a topic of controversy due to a seemingly simple yet significant detail: the color. While the Republican Party was in power, Barbara Bush opted for a striking all-blue gown, a color closely associated with the opposing Democratic Party. In the realm of political fashion, wearing the rival party's color to a celebratory event led by your own party is often seen as a major faux pas. Despite the gown's beauty and appropriateness for the occasion, the choice of blue sparked discussions and criticisms, as it symbolized an unintended alignment with the opposition. Michelle Obama's election night dress got lots of feedback. One of Michelle Obama's earliest fashion missteps occurred on election night when she wore a dress that quickly became a subject of public scrutiny. The outfit, which was described by reporter Germaine Greer as a red butcher's apron, was unexpected and puzzling for such a significant occasion. The choice of garment raised eyebrows, and its unflattering comparison only added fuel to the fire. While Michelle Obama's fashion choices are usually praised for their elegance and thoughtfulness, this particular dress did not resonate well with critics. Many hope that this particular piece has been quietly retired to the back of her closet, far from the spotlight. Nancy Reagan's gowns may have been a conduit for tax evasion. It might seem surprising to discuss tax evasion in the context of fashion, but Nancy Reagan's wardrobe choices brought it to light. During her husband Ronald Reagan's presidency, Nancy was often seen in stunning gowns, many of which were generously provided by high-profile designers. However, these designer dresses created a significant ethical and legal dilemma. According to the Ethics in Government Act, any gifts received by public officials, including clothing, must be disclosed as income to the IRS. Nancy Reagan, however, did not report these designer gowns as required. This oversight led to allegations of tax evasion, with claims suggesting that the total value of the undisclosed gifts could have amounted to hundreds of thousands of dollars during her time as First Lady. Melania Trump stood out at Rosalynn Carter's memorial service. Melania Trump's choice of attire at Rosalynn Carter's memorial service in 2023 drew significant criticism and controversy. The event, held at Glen Memorial United Methodist Church in Atlanta, was attended by First Lady Jill Biden and the three other living former First Ladies, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, and Laura Bush, all of whom wore somber black outfits in keeping with the traditional color of mourning. In stark contrast, Melania Trump arrived in a gray tweed coat, a departure from the expected black attire. This choice made her stand out in a sea of mourners, as her outfit was notably lighter in color and conspicuously different from the other attendees' somber dress. The decision to wear gray rather than black was seen by many as a breach of decorum. One tweet read, "Melania Trump stood out as the only person at Rosalynn Carter's memorial service who didn't have the decency or good taste to wear black like everyone else." The attention-grabbing nature of her outfit led to speculation about her motives. Some critics suggested that Melania's choice was a deliberate attempt to re-enter the public eye after stepping back from the spotlight following her husband Donald Trump's departure from office. A Redditor commented, "See how everybody is talking about her? Yep, that's what she wanted," implying that her sartorial decision was a calculated move to attract attention. And that's a wrap-up for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into some of the most controversial fashion moments of presidential family members, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.